Hey everybody. Let's see. We're playing with my lighting. Let's see. I like that. That's nice. Very nice. Welcome to the suite. If you are just coming in the room, welcome. Hi. I tried to be timely because I want to try to only be before you guys for like 30 minutes. We're going to see, because usually I talk a long time. And usually I have my sister with me, but I'm trying something new this year, and I'm going to have co-hosts. So I'm going to be featuring different guests on my talks and my conversations, and we're going to kind of see how that goes. And I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fun. I'm excited to be before you guys and hang out with you and talk with you and share with you anything that I've learned or gleaned over the years. It's been fun. So I love to share, and I'm here with you. Hey, Mom, how are you? I see you just jumped in. Welcome. So, as you guys know, I'm April Marie. Hey, Tavia. I am April Marie, and I am going to be doing lives every Wednesday night again. You guys, we were on a roll last year during the pandemic, and it was so fun. And we're still in the pandemic, but I took a break during December just to kind of get myself together. You know, it's like you're given in so many different directions. Hey, Star. And you're like, you know what? I got to draw back a little bit so I can get my life together. And so that is what I've done, you know. And so now I'm back. So, yes, Carter. Nope, don't need to come over here. What is it? You think it's going to be okay? All right. I'll be right with you.
I just keep on biting on it.
Okay.
It feels like
You guys already know my son is like a little limelight seeker. He has his own YouTube videos that he does, and now he's trying to get in on my live. No. Goodbye.
I keep on biting on it.
We'll stop biting it.
No, I keep on biting on it, but it feels like.
Goodbye. Okay. Hey, Dad. Thank you, Steph. Save me. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to share with you guys a book that I'm reading. Tavia told me about this book, and I bought it on Amazon the same day, and this is the bomb. Okay, if you have not read it, it is called Successful Women Speak Differently: 9 Habits That Build Confidence, Courage, and Influence. Valerie Burton wrote this. Let me show you the cover so you get the right one. Can you see it? Okay. And it is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. And so I'll just read you 3 key points that are on the back. It says, recognize the nuances in speech that can mean the difference between success and failure. Just off the strength of that alone, like, go get the book. Yeah. Increase your influence by changing what you think and say in critical moments. So instead of reacting negatively, in those moments, react positively and use your mouth to reflect positive conversation towards that situation. Speak accurately about yourself so you don't sabotage your most meaningful goals. Hello, somebody in the room, in the suite. Okay. Boost your confidence by making simple tweaks to your everyday speech. So this is really, really, really good. Just off of the first few pages alone, I already have highlighted some things, and I have also, yes, it's such a good book. And I've also underlined some things. I've shared points and stuff. I'm like, this is the bomb. You know, everybody needs to be up in this book. So I'm letting you all know, get your copy, okay? So earlier this week, so I had a topic from last week that I was going to discuss with you guys, but over the week and the weekend, everything has kind of changed. So I said, let me just shake it up a little bit. So I'm kind of merging 2 topics. So I wanted to talk about pandemic and the positive effects that it's had on you or your business, right? So when I was young, I was a little girl. and I shared this with my group earlier today, the Glow Girl Suite. And so I typed it out, which is not like me telling the story. So I'm going to tell you the story real quick. I love telling stories. So when I was a little girl, I went to this church, and we had the option to go to a few different types of camps. It's like a church camp, you know. And so for whatever crazy reason, we chose to go to boot camp. So it was, oh, thank you. Yes, that's exactly the name of the book. Sorry, Mom. Yes. Successful Women Speak Differently. Yes, right here. Okay. Yes. Thank you to Tavia. I appreciate that. Hey, Terry. And so we chose to go to the Highlands boot camp for youth. Okay. Hindsight is 20/20, honey, because you could never get me to sign up for anything with those two words in the same sentence ever again. Okay. So we get there on this old rickety bus. I mean, they had it was like a show. Like, what is this show? On a rickety bus. Okay. We get down there. It was like in some woodsy, canyony place with, bunkers and whatnot. It was so intense. Hey, Brian. So we had like literal boot camp experience. Okay, this was a church camp where they emulated a boot camp. So everything you did was like, line up. You getting off the bus, you sleep. They like, you wake up, get off the bus. So we lining up and salute and, yes, sir. And all these different things that you would normally experience if you went to the army or whatever branch of the military. And so I'm saying that to say that this experience was eye-opening. Okay. So one of the things that they taught us while we were there was if there was any problem, so you were paired off into these groups, not paired off, but sectioned off. So it was like 5 people per group. They totally picked you from different backgrounds. So I wasn't in a group with any of my friends or my family. It was just like, you, come on. And I'm like, what? Who are these people? We had to eat with these people. We had to do all activities with these people. And they were from all different backgrounds, all different ethnicities, and all different strengths and all different weaknesses. Let that sink in. Hey, B. So when you have a group that's set up like that, it's like at any point, you have to be quick on your feet. You got to move quick. You don't have the opportunity to think and be like, oh, well, so-and-so fell. That's my teammate. No, they're looking for you to be like quick with it, intuitive thinking and quick, witted. So as we're like doing these different tasks, hey, Jesse, what's up? We're doing these different tasks and we're doing these different things, and the activities, they were kind of fun, but they were really like adventurous and, crazy. And so somebody in my group fell, skinned their knee. You have to think. The boot camp instructor's like, help your teammate. They're down. It's like, okay. So I took my shirt. I had an extra shirt, took it off, wrapped it around the knee. He's just improvising, right? So 3 of the words that we had to say throughout the whole stint of this boot camp was improvise, adapt, and overcome, sir, right? So anytime the instructor was like, hey, so, what are you going to do if whatever, the sky falls? It's like, improvise, adapt, and overcome. What are you going to do if this happens? Improvise, adapt, and overcome. So what I took away from that experience was that in any situation, right, those 3 words are completely applicable. Like, I can take it when I'm raising my kids, for sure. When I'm running my house, when I'm running my business, I can take those 3 words and I can literally apply them to relationships. I can apply them anywhere. They just freaking apply. It just works, okay? So I'm going to read you the definition of those 3 words so that you can kind of understand what I mean when I say that they apply. So improvise means to make or produce something from whatever is available. So yeah, like, how can you apply that to any part of your life? Like when something goes wrong, like you can take and make something out of absolutely nothing. You can kill it if you know, like, okay, let's see what could go. The pandemic strikes. Perfect. Pandemic strikes. We got 24 hours to close our doors, right? Yeah, girl. I'm telling what they mean. Yes. We got 24 hours to close our doors. I own a hair salon. Blank stare. Huh? Okay, I got you. No problem. I'm going to make something out of nothing. I'm going to take these hair products that I have. I'm going to get some more and I'm going to sell packs of, hair products. Improvise. I made something out of nothing. How do you do that? Because you have to think on your feet. You cannot allow yourself to calm down and think and wallow in that self-pity state. You have to jump out and get on it, right? So that's improvise. Adapt means to make something suitable for a new use or purpose. So I generally sell products. We're still using the same example. So I generally sell products after I complete somebody's style. I'm like, hey, take this, take this, take that. Now I'm selling the products for a different purpose. I'm like, hey, keep your color together while you're gone away from me. Keep your hair from breaking off at the ends. Keep your scalp moist. Whatever. I'm like, this is what I'm doing now. We've repurposed why you're using these products. Before it was just for maintenance. Now it's for survival, right? All right. Overcome means to succeed in dealing with the problem. We succeeded. We made it through the pandemic. I was, for that product line, you guys, I was like the ¡1 seller for the whole entire year. Like I literally sold them out. Hey, okay. Shoot. And so when I think about that, I'm like, I applied those 3 things, but I would not have had those types of skills or that even forethought to be like, okay, I've got to improvise. I've got to think fast. I've got to be quick on my feet in order to make this happen so that I don't lose my house, my career, as a stylist, owning a salon, so that I don't have lose my car. You got a car payment, got to raise kids. They have to eat, even in a pandemic. Who would think they'd have to still eat during them? Okay. And so in my head, I'm like, all right, I can apply those things. So I had to really leverage that. And so I wanted to share that with you guys because I know that you can also use those tools. They are tools. Just the thought. It's like, you know what? No, I be telling myself, y'all don't even know I talk to myself. If you don't talk to yourself, how you gonna get through, huh? Okay, so I'm like, nope. Improvise, adapt, and overcome. Let's go. All right. And I'm shifting. I'm like constantly moving, thinking, how are we going to do this? How is this going to work? I think that when you're an entrepreneur, though, you have to think quick on your feet. You have to be flexible. There's got to be a little give to you. Because if there's not, and you're so stuck and you're so focused on there can't be any change, then it might die. The dream could die. The business could die. Relationships can definitely suffer because you got to be flexible. There has to be a certain amount of flex with you in order for this whole thing to keep moving. So that is what I wanted to talk about tonight, right? Was improvise, adapt, and overcome. If you have not written those words down, I definitely encourage you to do it. Because when I tell you we said it every day in that boot camp, we said it probably 100 times a day because it can be applied to anything. They give you a bowl of soup. You don't have a spoon. Eddie Murphy made the joke in Coming to America. Got the soup. Where's the spoon? Aha. Okay, how am I supposed to eat the soup? Well, if you improvise, adapt, and overcome, you can pick that bowl up and you can drink that soup. Yes? Because you got to eat. So you pick it up and drink it. you know, whatever. Like, huh? They gave you a steak. You don't have a, it does, huh, girl? Okay, yes, I'm gonna have to add that to my tattoo collection. You know, whatever. You don't have a coffee filter. I looked at the coffee pot. You don't have a coffee filter. You want some coffee. Get you a paper towel, stick it in the bottom of that coffee pot, and make you a cup of coffee. Make a mental note, I gotta get coffee filters when I go to the store. You can still function and operate is what I'm trying to encourage you. You can still function and operate at a high level of success, even though you've had to improvise and use tools that you didn't even think were made for that specific thing. And so that was good, huh? Did y'all hear that? Okay, I hope somebody recorded that. That was really good. Okay, so look. So now I want to talk about, I'm going to switch it up just a tiny bit because I want to talk about expectations. Hilarious. Brandy, I was talking to you about this earlier today, and it was so good to me. It was just a good time. You know, thank you for that conversation we had. I was dropping some stuff off to her this morning, and we were just chatting, and it just turned into a real deep conversation. So we were talking about expectations, right? And I was saying that, yeah, Mom, I wish I could say it again. It is recorded because it's on Facebook Live, so I'll be playing it back and getting that. But yes, Miss Terry, praise God for sure. You know, like He will give you the tools that you need to make it through for sure. And so expectations of yourself. Wait, chatting. What'd you say, Brandy? Chatting late for distance learning. I don't know what you said. Type it again. It's messed up. Okay. Stephanie, I do remember. Well, I don't remember now, but I will. It's on the live. Okay, so look. We're talking about expectations. And I was telling Brandy this morning, I said, you know, because I'm single and, you know, you get a date here and a date there. And I like dropped my expectations. I'm like, I'm done with these fools. I don't expect nothing from them. You know, it's like, they so whack. I can't even, what do they say now? I can't even. That's what they say. I just can't, you know. And so I have learned that if you don't have expectations, right, then there is nothing for that person to meet. There's nothing for that person to strive to. So 9 times out of 10, you are going to get the short end of the stick. If you don't expect them to perform a specific way, be a certain way, talk to you a certain way, you have to have an expectation of how they're going to treat you, of how you're going to be, you know, how they're going to bless you. You know, I like gifts. Okay. Let's go with that. You know, I like nice dates. Take me out, you know. You guys hear that voice change? Yes. You know, I like all of those things, quality time and stuff. If you don't expect it, you're not going to get it. Same with business, you know. If I don't have an expectation for it, what is it going to bring me? What type of customers am I going to service? Where is it going to be located? I don't expect to be anywhere but where the money resides, where the money resides. That's where the money resides. Period. Right? So if that's on this side of town, I don't want to be over there. I want to be where the money resides. And so you have to set those expectations up for yourself, for your business, for your personal relationships, for your children. You come home after a long day, you've never told your kids to wash the dishes. You've never expected anything out of them, right? So you come home, this is your short end of the stick. How can you really complain when you've never, A, taught them, showed them your expectations, and made them live up to that? You can't. So now guess what? After a long 12-hour day, you coming in, you sweeping, you vacuuming, you mopping, you washing dishes because you expect your house to be clean. But you didn't put those expectations where they needed to go. And so, which is on your kids, you know? And so, or whatever your workout is with your husband or your spouse or whatever. So what I've learned, and this is a takeaway from, for me about expectations, is I had stopped placing them on people. I had a lot of letdowns with people, you know, because you're like, oh, I expect them to meet this criteria, and then they don't. Hey, Javier. Glad you came on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. Okay, sorry. I got all these notifications coming in. It's like, oh my gosh, Grand Central Station. And so, I'm sorry. So what I'm saying is that if you don't have an expectation set, how could anyone rise to the occasion to meet you, to get it, I mean, I guess in relationship, I would say impress you. How do you expect your business to rise to the occasion that you've set? Because remember, we're speaking differently, right? So we're using positive words and reinforcement in order to get things done. But if you don't expect anything out of the business, the customers, you know, and how you see it performing in the future, then what is it going to render you? Possibly nothing. And that is scary, because anyone who's an entrepreneur knows that the investment that goes into business, the investment that goes into relationship, the investment of raising your children is too huge to not expect like much. Yeah. Raise the bar, set the standard. Thank you, Tavia. And expect greatness. Because why not? I'm so sad of hearing, hearing and tired of hearing people say things like, I don't know. Well, I started this business, but I don't really know what I want from it. And it's like, okay, fair enough. Let's figure that out. Hey, Jeanette. Good to see you in the suite. What are we doing? You need to set the standard, set the bar, and you need to meet it. And then you have to require everyone else around you to meet it too. So when you're dealing with people in business, rise to the occasion. I remember when I was at this hair show, and yes, Dad, I see your comment. I'm going to read it in 2 seconds. Thank you. I was at this hair show, and one of the business classes, because I try to take, I'm like, okay, let's be honest. I got 2 more years behind the chair. So I don't be taking all them styling, learning how to baby hairs and all that. Show me the business stuff. All right. That was I had to get close to you so you could see my serious face. All right. So I was in this business course. And so they were saying that you choose your clientele, right? And I was like, huh? That sounds funny. That's weird. This was a while back though. By then, at this point, I probably had about 7 years left behind the chair. But I was like, I choose my clientele. And they said, if you choose your clientele, meaning you set the standard, right? You have the expectation of what you want your client to be like. And that is the only type of client that you accept because you have the ability to do what you want. Then those are the type of clients that you're going to attract. So I laid out my grid. I was like, all right, let's go to work. Because I'm going to be honest, I was tired of the hood clients. I did. I said it on a live at 10:27 p.m. I was tired of that. I needed, this is what I laid out. Working class woman, okay? Working class. Someone who is working every day and has to look nice for work, right? Hey, Marina. So they would come in to get their hair done, not because they're going to the club, not because it's a special occasion. Their hair is always nice because they have to go to work and they have to look beautiful. right? So because of that, they're going to come get their hair done. They also have kids, right? Because they're working class women. They may have a child, a daughter. Bring your daughter. They're going to come and their daughter's going to sit in my chair, so cute and prim, right? Then they have a mom or a stepmother or an aunt. And they're going to say, you know what? I booked my aunt, my mother, my stepmother an appointment with you. Same class of woman, you see? And so when they told us to lay out the type of client that we wanted so that we can attract those people, set your prices to meet that, to get that same attraction. So the dollar signs, if you guys are on Google, Yelp, when they be like, how many dollar signs is it? I'm like, oh, I want to go to this restaurant. And I've heard people say, how many dollar signs is it on Google? I'm like, maybe you don't need to go with me because it's probably like 3 or 4. I like good food. I like the good experience that life is bringing. So, yes, I'm like, okay, I'm $2 to $3 signs on Google, because we're not servicing. Yes, girl, $5 signs. Yes, absolutely. We're not serving people that aren't, functioning in life and doing well. I want people around me that are successful in their own right. So even if you work for a company, wonderful. You have done this and that. I want you I want you around me. You have established a certain level of success for yourself, and that is amazing. That is the type of client that I want. That is the clientele that I've built, and I've never looked back because these women are dedicated to themselves. They put time and effort into themselves. So, my last point of the night, my sister always clowns me because she's like, I just feel like you have too many points on your paper. And I'm like, look, this is what I do, okay? This is what I do. I make points and I just want everybody to, get the information. And okay, wait, why is my computer freezing? Not cool. Probably all these notifications. Anyway, so my last point is I'm creating, yes, a culture of excellence. Exactly. Let me scroll through these comments really quick because I don't want everybody to get. Dad said, so communication is to expectation what love is to marriage and relationship? ? Communication is to expectation what love is. Yes, I agree with that. You put a question mark, but I don't know if you meant to. It could have been an exclamation point because I do believe that what mom just said, yes, absolutely agreed. Expectations in balance, not your version or Lillian's version. Just replace it with your name if applicable. Yeah. Yep, for sure. Yes. High bar. Oh, wait. What did you say, Javier? I didn't really understand that. Thank you, Tavia, for that. Yes, I'm coming with it. And then Stephanie said, it's like people who say they don't have standards. Like, why? Why don't you have standards and set expectations for what you want and where you see yourself? Come on through, Steph. Exactly. There's no reason for that. Like, set the standard, keep it, focus, and nail it. Like, go for it. So Javier said, if we can't see ourselves in success, we aren't that motivated. Right. Luck is a thing, but hard work with drive gets results. You already know what it is. So true. Hey, Ashley. Okay. All right, Patrick, you lost me. What'd you say? Okay, exactly. I don't know what you typed either. That's why I was like, let that simmer for a second. Okay, but I'm going to bring this last point. It says sometimes you have to let stuff go and be okay with it either way, right? So even if it's a business, even if it's a relationship, if you didn't set the expectations and now you're losing, You are losing, right? Now it's a burden. It's not successful. It's okay, in my opinion, to revamp, shut it down for a minute, revamp, back up, look around, learn a couple more things maybe that could really help to push you in the right direction and try it again. I mean, my friend, you guys probably know, Will Smith, he told me personally, he's like, I cracked myself up, okay? He told me that it's better to fail forward than to not try at all, right? So for me, I'm like, that is music to my ears to hear someone as successful as Will Smith, even though, I mean, he does read scripts for a living. My dad would say that he reads scripts for a living, but yeah, Will, that's my boy, he's cool. So my dad would definitely say he reads scripts for a living. They gave him that to say, and it sounded great. But no, I think that in this moment he was authentic. And I remember him saying, like, what'd you say, Brandy? She said, I remember when Will told that. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Yes. I probably text you right after, like, this was everything. So anyway, it's better to fail forward than it is not to fail at all. And then Patrick said, fail early so you can fail forward. Facts, 100%. Like, don't wait. If you have an idea and you want it, I was talking to Jeanette earlier. She's in the chat. And I was saying that when I start a business, I was like, I leap and I throw my clothes on while I'm in the air and I'm throwing bricks down. And then when I land, I'm like, let's go. I can make changes as I go. You can always revamp and rebuild and figure it out and add something new. But at least you're out. You're doing it, right? You're doing it. So allowing somebody to tell you, hey girl, yes, I'm so glad that you're here. So glad that you're here. Welcome. I'll be back next week. I'm trying to be very consistent with you guys every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Yes. So welcome. And so at least you've started and you're, like I said, I'm leaping out naked and I'm throwing on my jacket, my pants, my boots, and I'm throwing bricks down so that when I land, I have something to land on, right? And then I'm like, all right, I got a business right here, this raw shape. Now I got to figure it out. I got to mold it, but it's open. We doing it because I'm an unconventional entrepreneur. I jumped into this thing and I'm like, I'm learning as I go, but I'm a quick learner. You see? So when I said improvise, adapt, and overcome, I meant that. When I said it was like my mantra for like how I do life, that's what I do, and it works. So I don't have a specific blueprint that I go by for the most part. I mean, everybody, you're going to need a business license. You're going to need a corporation. There's steps. But as far as like my the way that I do it, I'm very fluid with that. I'm like, okay, so this happened. Let's roll with it. We got this. We need more space. Fine. Let's go find a building. We'll work it out. It's going to be fine. Because that is how business is. That is how entrepreneurship is. And so sometimes you can't allow people that have done nothing, right? This is it. This is my last point for the night. I promise. That have done nothing tell you how to do what you're doing. Like, God gave you whatever it is that you're doing, right? That's yours. So you can't allow somebody who's doing nothing tell you anything about what you're doing. Period. For real. Sometimes you gotta let friendships go. Hey, Shamik, I didn't know you were in here. Oh, I love that you're here. You may have to change your crew, right? You may have to get invested with people. I wrote this down because this was good. This is part of my notes. You may have to get invested with people that see themselves the same way you see yourself. It's like, if I'm hanging out with you and you are self-loathing, you're pitiful, you're always tired, you never come up with any fresh ideas, you're always, negative, which is a super overused word. Yes, changed. You have to change the crew to level up. You have to. Unless your crew is changing with you, it's got to be a limited exposure. You're going to have limited access to me, ma'am or sir, because I can't trust you with this success, with this vision. I can't. It's too precious for me to hang around people that don't see themselves the way I see myself, see their business the way I see mine, care about their business the way that I care about mine. It's worse for you to be around somebody who has a negative attitude and everybody, hold on. Let me read these comments. They're getting too good. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. Yes. Patrick said he changed his crew. Javier said, if your friends aren't going to support you, hype up your business, and even motivate you, are they really friends? Question mark, shoulder shrug too. I don't know. Everybody Kanye shrug together. Right now, what we doing? I don't know. Why are we here? What is that? That's not a friend. And yes, bye to the wallowers. People that are excited to tell you, bring you down. Tell you a sad, tired story. Tell you something that has absolutely nothing to do with money or with, anything beneficial. Nothing positive. It's always something bad, something traumatic. I don't need that. I think you should do it like this. Steph said, okay, you're referring to people that try to tell you how to do things that have never done it before. Like Steph said, I think you should do it like this, or you've done this before, question mark. No, but I think this would be good for you. Stephanie said, GTHOH. LOL. Right. Exactly. Get the hell out of here. Okay, I said it. Tavia said, say it louder for the folks in the back. Yes. Limited access to me. That's all you get. Because if I continue to give you my full self, then I'm losing now. You're draining me. Because I've heard, and my eyes are shifting because I'm pulling information from things that I've experienced. But my parents taught me, okay, mom and dad, you're in the room. I'm giving you props, okay? They said that the people that you hang out with are a direct reflection of your future, of yourself. So, and then someone else said, it's like you are a product of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. Dang. Should I say that again? And then I'm going to pause. Y'all ready? You are a direct reflection of the 5 people that you hang out with the most. Yeah. Are we still? Okay. Yeah. Change your crew. If they're whack and you're trying to take yourself to the next level, you gotta switch it up. And I don't mean you gotta drop them like, I can't talk to you no more because you ain't successful. Bye. Like, no, you can really be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna talk to you later, or I'm gonna, whatever at another time, and surround yourself with people that are moving in the same direction, moving in the same direction. Really about, not just dreaming, not just writing down goals, but actually accomplishing something every day towards their goal. Because anything else, it's not beneficial. Period. Star said, like the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. We've heard it. We know this. So now it's time to apply this, because it's really like life or death. Like if the pandemic didn't teach you at all, like we got to go hard, because they expect it. The federal government, they gave us a stimulus of $600. What? Okay. The majority of us, we're all grown here, so nothing that I have costs $600 in a month. What is that really? That is not a stimulus. That is, I don't know. That is disrespect, because it's not. And I'm not saying, okay, don't get me wrong, that is nothing. But my expectation, because we were talking about expectations earlier, would have been, because this was absolutely something that none of us were looking for, none of us knew was coming, but it came. My expectation of the government would have been for them to improvise, adapt, and overcome, and move quicker about it. Because people were starving, children were missing from school, things were happening that were so horrible just in our government. People were dying, the big refrigerator trucks. I mean, just things happening that, to me, I'm like, where is Olivia Pope? You know what? Let me step in and help them out, okay? Because April Marie is going to get you together. This is not acceptable. So, I don't know how I went there, but it made me mad, okay? So those are things that my expectation, like I said, would have been for them to really rise to the occasion, and they did not. And so Jeanette said, nope, they are not your friend. They are not your friend. Jen, if you're still in the room, hey, girl. Whew. Okay, Shamika said, you are making me tuck my tail. Class is in session. Girl, do not tuck your tail. Strut. Glow, girl, honey. Because now you know. Whatever it is that you're hearing and is giving you some life, like, own that, and let's just keep flowing. Keep moving. Let's get a new crew. Let's improvise, adapt, and overcome. Let's set some concrete expectations, things that we know we need, things we know we want to see in life, and let's just grab it. It's right there. I'm here for it. So keep me posted on your progress, honey, because I want to see it all. Steph said, everyone always has a suggestion. Say that again. Say it again. I'm like, okay, what? Cut the suggestion box out. I didn't even ask. I don't even have a suggestion box at All Dolled Up, at Hair Honey, or Handle with Care. It's like, I make Handle with Care shirts. You guys, that's my t-shirt line. I make it in like 7 different colors. Okay? I'm sorry that I don't have tan readily available. Like, tan? Okay. Nothing's good enough. Where's your t-shirt line? Okay? Then I want you to be like, let me get sand brown, some off the wall colors, and then have it, be a thing. Like, stop with the suggestions that aren't beneficial, but that's coming from somebody obviously, who has not started or is maintaining a business. It's hilarious, but it's so real. It's so true. So, yes, Stephanie, thank you. Javier said you got to put a trigger warning before you call everyone out. Sorry. Oh, Brandy said you're in good company. If you hang out with turkeys, then you're going to be a turkey. That's what my dad would say. Gobble, gobble. LOL. Oh, yes. You're in my 5, girl. Are you kidding me? We were the one having this bomb conversation this morning. Hey, Helen. Okay, so Patrick said, I would say the right people around you uplifts one another. Exactly. You could be with a driven crew, but it just doesn't work for you. Exactly. You can be around people that are like-minded and you're still not click with your personality. Absolutely. And so at some point, and sometimes it's okay to be alone. Right? Everybody runs from that word. Alone. No. I don't want to be alone. But it's like sometimes to really get that good self-reflection, you gotta be alone. Sometimes to really see like what you're made of, you gotta get I'm like sold on my pen and paper, my pad, get an old school pad and just go to work on some new ideas and some fresh concepts alone. Yeah. Because even sometimes a crew of driven people will drive you crazy. I don't know where I get this stuff from. I don't know. Steph said, whoa, don't talk about the feds. Oh, I know, right? They crazy. Still waiting for another stimmy. As am I. If it's $600, can't you just cut the check? Anyway. Oh, Brandy said, a broculus. What? Yeah, you're in my top 5. Keep it up, honey. This is great. I love that. Not a stimmy. It's a broculus. I love that. That is so funny. But instead, our government flopped exactly like a dead fish. And they did not support people that really, really needed it. Working class people. It was really hard. Really hard. I mean, as a business owner, honestly, you guys, like my, the place where we have a lease, where my brick and mortar business is right now, they were like, pandemic who? Rent's due. Even through the pandemic, huh? Where? they not making people pay rent? Here they are. Yeah. Think about that. So as you support a whole household, you're still supporting a whole entire business that's acting like the pandemic didn't happen. It's crazy. So, where's my t-shirt line? I know. I did not wear it tonight. I was rushing to get on here. I still haven't even had dinner. Now I guess it's too late. Anyways, let's see. Javier said, it's lonely at the top. Yes, it is. If you weren't helping others rise with us. Yeah, totally. And that I have a point for the lonely at the top. Yeah, Ashley said I had to be alone for a second. Sometimes you got to be alone. Straight up. Patrick said bars. Yes. Okay. It's lonely at the top. I've had that conversation with about 5 people, probably in the last week. They're like, I'm lonely. I don't have a lot of people I can talk to. I can't share my success with anybody. And I'm like, it's time to level up. Time to change your circle. Get around people that you can share, even during a pandemic, that you got a raise, that you got a new job, that you got a great job offer, that you started another business. Share the good stuff. Find people that you can share the good stuff with, because that gets you through being able to express, how do you see the new norm for brick and mortar business? Well, I see a lot of closed down businesses, a lot. I think that the new normal is going to still be, I can speak for my salon business. I think that I'm still going to be taking a limited clientele, only because, you just don't know you don't know the habits of people unless you live with them. Let's just be 100 with that. I don't know what you got going on. You look great when you step out here, but doggone it, what's going on behind those closed doors? I just don't know. And so I think that limited capacity moving forward, I think there's going to be a lot of businesses that pivot and start to do online sales. I think that businesses that were once in this, like in a salon, they're going to start working from home because they don't want the overhead. They're like, you know what? I did this for a whole year during this pandemic. I think I'm good. I don't need a building to do this anymore. Churches have pivoted. They're online. And a lot of them are like, what do we need to go back for? Let's just stay online, you know, because the people are coming, the people are giving, we're still able to function. So let's just stay, you know. I think that people are really trying to find ways to, yes, pivot and figure it out where there's no overhead or it's limited, using outside space. Restaurants, like in a minute, I'm gonna be like, where did y'all cook this food at? You just put a tent in the park and was bringing food, and we was sitting out here eating, you know, because this is the new norm. Like restaurants, they have learned how to like make it where they're just using the kitchen to cook. That's it. And everything else, I mean, this the deliveries, how will you modify but still keep up with the flow of money? As far as the salon goes, is that what you're asking me, Patrick? I just want to be clear. Because if that's what you're asking me, I have modified, but my prices did increase. So even though I'm spending one-on-one time with clients, so that is a plus there. Every client wants a one-on-one experience. I mean, you get me. Me for your whole 2-hour experience, you know, just me and you know, that's great. So I think with my prices being, you know, a little higher, as far as me owning the salon, our booth rent is still the same. Everything is still the same. So I don't necessarily need to make too many changes there. But the flow of money is good. And because you have multiple streams, I was talking about that, and that we're going to talk about that on another live, because this conversation is so rich. It could just go on and on, but having multiple streams of income is a big one. If you're not set up, yeah. Okay, yeah. So if you're not set up, so get this, Patrick, and everybody else. Okay, you're in the room. We're in the suite together. So if you're not set up to have multiple streams, so when my clients come in, if they need hair, I have a hair business, right? I sell extensions, clip-ins, weave hair, curly. What do you need? I don't know. I got it, right? Wigs, whatever. I also have hair oil for the scalp. I make it. It's wonderful. Also have, hey, Brittany, welcome to the suite. Yes, multiple. Gotta have multiple. Before you leave, let me get you a shirt or a hoodie, you know, because you've had your one-on-one experience with me, so you have had the experience, right? You know me. You know my brand, which is an umbrella, because I have multiple things under it. And so a good way to keep up the income or the revenue stream, thank you so much, Shamika. I love you and I appreciate that shout out. Yes, I do love it myself as well. Is to, yes, I have you as my client in the salon. And then when you leave, you're going to leave with product. And so if you're not retail, this is a fact. I'm trying to give you the exact number. Okay. If you're not, as a salon owner or a stylist, if you are not retailing product in your business, which I think it goes across the board. If you're not retailing product, then you are missing out. I believe it was like on 80-something% of your income. What? So I'm out here doing hair and it's only like giving me 20% of what I could be making. Because to make that number a whole 100, I need to sell you some product before you go out the door. Yeah. So retail is like huge in my industry. In any industry. I mean, the retail industry itself is freaking crazy $1 trillion industry. So knowing that and just taking a piece of it, I'm not trying to sell you everything before you leave. No, ma'am. I don't want to do that. I don't want it to feel like a swap meet. But when you leave, you're going to have the products that you need to sustain your hair. And if you love the t-shirt that I always wear, the hoodie that I always have on, or whatever, then let me get you that. You know, if you like whatever, like I have quite a few different things. You need some hair, you need some more oil, do you need a sleep cap? Because I have all of those things that are on my website right in hand as well. So that is a good way for business owners to capitalize on that. You know, if you think about it, restaurants, so smart with that selling the liquor on the go. What? That was huge. When all these restaurants around here were like, we have signature cocktails on the go. It's like, I can have my martini, the one that you make with the little stuff on the stuff. Yes. Oh my God. And I can drink it at home in my bed with my steak. Now I'm telling you too much. But that to me was like amazing. Did my light just go out? Wait a minute. I can't be losing my lighting. I guess it said it's time's up. Okay. You were supposed to go 30 minutes. It's been an hour. But oh, it's hot. But my brother and my sister-in-law got me this from Christmas. It's like a YouTube lighting kit or something like that. It's super cute. So anyway, the restaurants, how they pivoted to me was like huge. Maximize the potential of your business. 100%. Yeah. It's so sexy. Business is sexy, man. Yes, Stephanie, thank you. Handlewithcare.com. Handleherwithcare.com. I started the new website, you guys, and I built it myself. Again, another conversation for another night. Brittany said, oh no, Shamika said, yes, the oil's amazing. Thank you. Mom said, where's the product line? It's the best. It is not featured in this live because you know what I also learned is that not every time I come before you do I want to be selling you something, but I am going to always mention handleherwithcare.com and myhairhoney.com as well. And if you go on there, take a peek, please, you know, shop around. It's beautiful. Everything. I'm trying to make everything beautiful. And so, once again, this has been so much fun. Oh my gosh, you guys are the best. Thank you for spending the evening with me. It is 11 o'clock and I don't want to hold you. I want you to come back next week because we are going to be discussing something else that's awesome. Wait, oh, is that what happened? Hold on, let's check, guys. Yes, my computer went dark, and so did my ring light. Look at God, won't he do it? And so I want you guys to come back next week so that we can chat about whatever the topic is. If you guys have anything you want to talk about, please drop it in these comments because I'm gonna scroll through. I'm gonna check it out because I want to be where you are. I want to talk with you about what you want to talk about. And hopefully I can shed some light and something new, something fresh into your business, your personal life, raising your children, whatever. Like I do have experience in all of these areas and I'm an open book. So some people are closed books. I'm an open book. So drop in the chat what you guys want to talk about. I'm here with it. I'm here for it. I'm excited about it. And let's see. Sex God and Raising Kids, my friend Beware. She's still in the room. Thank you so much for sticking with me tonight. She has a live Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights at 9 p.m. I am coming to you live at 10. Tavia, if you're still in the room, she has a live that she does Wednesday nights as well. I don't know what time though. So if you're still here, please tell us in the chat so that everyone can join, follow you and join. It's really good. She started a group called the Black Girls Guide to the Pivot. Yes. So learning how to be quick on your feet, learning how to not stand flat-footed and let all the changes hit you upside the head. No, you got to be like a cat. You got to move quickly. You got to pivot in order to succeed. You guys got to move quick. So needless to say, she is still in here. Please drop it in there what time you do it. If you're not, that's fine. I'll figure it out and post it later. But We have, oh, I don't know. B, is Brandy and Cedric still doing it on Monday nights? If they are, they're Monday nights at 9. It's like we're trying to come every week with something fresh and like exciting for you guys because this is fun. This keeps the conversation going and it grows your community. And if you don't have a community that's solid and that's dope, get you 5 good folks, okay? And live your life. Period. So, next Wednesday night at 10 p.m., I will see you there. Thank you so much for your conversation. Hit me up if you have any questions. You can message me or whatever. Like I said, I'm here for you. All right. Love you guys. God bless you and good night. Mwah.